You've probably thought to your little self, if I just had a little extra money this month. Not to show off, not to chase something flashy, but maybe to finally plan that weekend getaway. Or to say yes to a fall date night without stressing over the budget. Or finally replace the thing that's been broken in your home for way too long. Or maybe just to stop coming last on your own list. You're not afraid of the work. I know you. You've been carrying more than most people realize. But time, energy, and breathing room, that still feels out of reach. Now this episode is for the mom who wants to create a little more ease this fall without flipping her whole life upside down. These are simple, doable ideas we're going to go over in today's episode that don't require childcare, a business plan, or more pressure on your plate. Because this isn't about chasing more. It's about funding what already matters. And the good news is the next step might be closer than you think. Welcome to the Modern Homemaker Mom podcast. I'm your host, Janae Schmidt. If you found yourself here, it means that you're ready to break free from overwhelm, create a peaceful, well-run home, and finally live with more structure, margin, and stability. Here you'll find practical rhythms, real-life systems, and faith-filled encouragement you need to simplify your home and reclaim your time so that you can show up fully for the life God is calling you to. Let's get started. Welcome to another episode of the Modern Homemaker Mom podcast. I'm so glad you're here. Now to jump right in, I want to talk about the part of you that's been quietly doing mental math all month long. And I'm pretty sure you know what I mean. Groceries cost more again. How much does it cost to even buy a head of lettuce these days? It's insane. Your kids need a bigger coat or more shoes. Something broke in the home and now you're juggling bills just to make it all work. You're not in a full-on crisis, but there's this pressure humming under the surface in the background, and you feel it every time yet another unexpected expense comes up. And underneath that pressure, there's a deeper ache because you don't just want money, you want margin. You want to feel like your needs matter too. You want to finally stop surviving and start living like the woman that you know that you were created to be. But every time you try to fix it, it feels like more weight. And that's where this episode today comes in, because today I'm going to be sharing 5 small but very realistic ways you can create a little extra income or keep a little more of what you already have. It's not about unrealistic expectations for yourself, but what it is about is a few tiny shifts that meet you in your real life so that you can stop feeling behind and start building towards that peace that you've been craving. So point number 1 is a closet sale. Now you're already switching out your family's clothes for this new season of fall. Now that summer's coming to a close, you've got piles of leggings that don't fit anymore, shirts that you never reached for, maybe even a few things with tags still on them because you wanted to love them, but you just never did. And here's what I want to say to you. This isn't just a closet refresh, because I do love a good closet refresh and I love a closet purge, but this is about margin waiting to be uncovered for you. Start with your own closet when you're doing this, not because it's the biggest moneymaker, but because it's the most powerful shift. As you're going through your closet purge and you're going to have a closet sale, here's some things you can ask yourself as you're deciding what to sell and what to keep. Does this piece of clothing reflect the woman that you are becoming? Do you feel good when you wear this, or do you feel guilty or shame or whatever that is for you? That isn't a positive thing that you're thinking. I can guarantee that most of us women have more clothes in our closet that we don't wear than what we do wear. And I'm speaking from my own experience. I know at the time of this recording, I have a lot of clothes in my closet that I actually am holding on to, or I don't even know why, but I really should go through and start purging. Now, once you've gone through your closet, you can now go through your kids' things. You know how fast your kids grow. You're probably storing items that you meant to list on Facebook Marketplace months and months ago. So here's me telling you that now is the time to go through your kids' clothes, go through your closet, even your spouse's closet, and get rid of the clothes that are no longer serving you or no longer fit in this season of your life. You can sell them on your Instagram stories or post it on a local mom group on Facebook or even just Facebook Marketplace. All of these places are great resources to sell your clothes. And the bonus of selling clothes and just getting rid of clothes in general is that it's creating more space in your home and you're feeling lighter emotionally. I always feel so much better when I go through a purge in a certain area of my home or any area of my home for that matter. And as an extra bonus, you're going to be walking away with a little extra cash in your pocket that you didn't have before for maybe a Target run or a cozy fall candle or something just for you. Like, it doesn't have to be crazy fancy or elaborate. Maybe it's just something that makes you feel good inside. because less clutter in your home doesn't just always mean having a tidier space, although it does, but sometimes it means having more peace. And peace, in my opinion, is always worth selling for. Now, point number 2 is flip Facebook Market things or thrift store finds. Now, you've already know what a good deal is when you see one. I mean, you've scored $5 dresses at the thrift store before. You have found toys at half price that your kids absolutely love. So now I want you to take that talent of finding a good deal and flip it into income. You don't need a bunch of tools or fancy equipment. You just need to find something that was undervalued and you snatched it at a good price, and then you have a little bit of vision on how you can flip it and make income off of that. So let's say you find a wooden nightstand on Facebook Marketplace for $5. You wipe it down, maybe paint a drawer pull, take a picture of it, and relist it for $35. Done. Like, that is $30 that you just made. And maybe $30 doesn't sound like that much to you, but I'm telling you right now, if you take $5 here, $20 there, $50 there, it's all going to add up. And eventually, all of a sudden, bam, you can buy that thing that you didn't think you could afford. You already know how to find value, but now you're just redirecting it towards yourself. Now, point number 3 is to offer a local microservice. So let's talk about something that moms often don't realize. You are already doing things that somebody else would pay you to do. Seriously, you pick up groceries, you walk the dog, you water plants, you prep snacks, you're waiting at pickup lines. Like, those everyday things, those could be microservices or running errands in someone else's world. Now, what you can start by asking yourself as you're thinking about this to make money is, what am I already doing that comes naturally to me, and maybe even enjoy it a little bit? What do my friends or neighbors already ask me to help with? Now, maybe a friend needs after-school care for their child once a week. Maybe your neighbor travels and they need someone to bring her trash bins in, check the mail for her, water her plants. Maybe another mom would love to pay you prep her weekly Walmart pickup order because you already have the system down. You're great at it, so why not charge a little for it? The beauty here is it doesn't have to be reoccurring. Like, you don't have to do it every day. You don't have to do it every week. You don't have to do it forever. It could be once or twice. It doesn't have to take you hours to do, and it doesn't require you to get childcare for your kids or extra scheduling going on because you're already doing all of these things. Even 1 or 2 tiny gigs this month could add up to a real emotional relief because you're making that extra bit of money for yourself. You're not just helping people out, but you're stewarding your capacity. Now, point number 4 is declutter and sell storage items. Now, I want you to picture your garage, under your stairs, your attic, or that one hallway closet that everybody has that makes you sigh every time that you open it. You know the one I'm talking about. I'm sure you've got some place in your home that's like, oh, that space. We don't mention that space. The bins, the bags, the just-in-case items that you haven't been using for years. What if instead of draining you every time you see them, like every time you open that closet door, you just sigh because it's like, oh, this stuff just drains me. But what if it could start funding what you've been waiting for? This one is very simple, this tip that we're going over. Go through one category at a time, not the whole room, just one. Go through your holiday decor that you never put out anymore. You're not even using it. Kitchen gadgets that you haven't touched since 2010, baby gear that you swore you might need again, but you really find you're not reaching for it, or unused baskets, bins, containers. All of these things are going to add up. Like I said, it might be $5 or $10 here, but that will add up over time. You can bundle items that are kind of the same and post them as porch pickup, so you don't even have to have the long conversations, no meeting up with people, no stress. Let the items leave your home while you make some extra cash, because decluttering isn't always about getting rid of things. It's about making space for you physically, mentally, financially, for the life that you actually want to be living. You don't need to be the woman who has it all together. You just need to be the woman who chooses peace one step at a time. Now, point number 5 is to try a 2-week no spend challenge. So maybe you're listening to me and these ideas I'm sharing with you and thinking, oh, I love this, but even that feels like more than I can handle right now. And you know what? I understand that. So I wanted to offer you one more option, one that doesn't require selling, listing, posting, or coordinating things. This is just a 2-week reset, a no spend challenge that helps you keep more of what you already have. So here's what this would look like. For the next 14 days, I want you to press pause on those non-essential purchases. So that's Target runs, drive-through coffee, impulse buys, groceries, gas. Like, I'm talking everything unless it is an emergency. Like we are really trying to not spend over the next 2 weeks. It's not about depriving yourself. It's about becoming aware. It's about pressing pause so that you can listen. Where is my money actually going? Where am I spending out of habit and not intention? What do I already have that I can be grateful for or creative with and just make it work instead of buying yet another thing? Because sometimes margin doesn't come from more. It comes from less noise, less spending, less pressure. And at the end of the 2 weeks, you might find an extra $50 sitting in your bank account. You might feel more in control and less reactive. You might realize that what you needed wasn't more money, but it was more clarity in your life. So if you're not ready to sell a single thing yet, this is where I would tell you to start with this point, the 2-week no spend challenge. So we've talked through 5 super simple and practical ways that you can bring in some extra money this fall as a stay-at-home mom. But now comes the part that only you can decide. Now, what are you going to do with the money that you make? Maybe it's going to go towards a new fall sweater that you've been eyeing. Or maybe it's a cute lamp for the corner of your living room. And that's okay. There is nothing wrong with treating yourself to something fun. But sometimes that extra money is meant to go somewhere deeper, to help you solve something that has been quietly draining you, like the constant stress that's living in your body, or the emotional load that you carry and nobody else is seeing, or the way that your energy disappears before 10 a.m. and you still have a whole day ahead to get through. Sometimes, friends, the most life-giving thing that you can do with the money that you make, the extra income that you bring in, is to invest in something that helps you reclaim yourself. Now, let me tell you a quick story. My husband and I have been married for just a few years now, and like many of you, we live primarily on one income. So I can be home, raise our kids, and pour into this mission of homemaking that God has placed on my heart. And for the longest time, we have dreamed of going on a quote-unquote real vacation, somewhere tropical, somewhere where you actually get on a plane and you go somewhere. But we always said, no, you know what? Not right now, not for the season of our life, but maybe someday. But this year, we decided it was time to make that dream happen. So my husband took a leap. He bought a storage unit off of Facebook Marketplace, sorted through everything inside. It took him days, and he started flipping items for profit. Was it a lot of work? Absolutely. So much work. Did it feel risky? 100%. I mean, to buy this storage unit, it was a couple $1,000s for us. So yes, this felt risky, but I can tell you it worked. And because we got intentional with a goal, like I said earlier, you want to have a goal. If we're saving up for money for something, it's often so beneficial when you have a goal. So we got intentional with our goal and we found a very creative way to fund that goal. And now, because of that, guess what? We get to go on a trip this winter. And I share this with you because maybe you're sitting on a someday dream too. Maybe it's not a vacation, but a vision for what your life could feel like, where your home doesn't overwhelm you, where your rhythms finally fit the season of life that you're in, where you stop carrying quiet resentment because your needs are finally being met as well, and where you stop surviving and you start living in a way that honors how God actually designed you. And that is why I created Modern Homemaker Method. It's the exact framework I wish somebody handed me when everything looked peaceful on the outside, but something still felt off. When I didn't understand why my energy fluctuated so much or why certain weeks felt heavy for no apparent reason. I wasn't in chaos, but I wasn't in alignment either. And maybe that's exactly where you are right now too. You've tried the routines, the color-coded charts, the reset Sundays, but you still find yourself snapping at your kids, forgetting to eat breakfast, feeling disconnected from your husband, or pushing your dreams further and further down the line yet again. Now, what if it's not that you're lazy or undisciplined? What if it's just that you have been managing your home out of sync with that natural God-given rhythm? Now, inside of Modern Homemaker Method, I teach you my 4 seasons framework, which is a faith-rooted feminine approach that aligns your home, your health, your relationships, and your calling with the natural cycles God designed you to live by. Because this isn't about managing your time. It's about restoring your peace. It's about reclaiming your energy and remembering who you were before you got buried in this survival mode. This isn't about a one-size-fits-all routine. It's a system that works because it's built around you. So if you've ever said that you would love to join the program, but you don't know if you'll be able to afford it, then I want you to know that this episode, all the tips we went over today, is your head start. Pick one of the ideas that I shared, Start small, save your pennies, set your intention. Because when the doors open to the course this fall, I want you to be ready. I want you to be ready for change, ready for the peace in your life, ready for a home that finally works for you instead of the other way around. And when you join my VIP waitlist, you won't just be the first to know, you're going to get the deepest discount I offer, the best bonuses, and an offer, let me tell you, that will not be available to the public. Only my VIPs get this discount. So if you want it badly enough, I believe that you are going to find a way. And when that door opens to the course, you're going to walk through it with confidence because you will be ready to take the next step. So to join the waitlist, go to janaeschmid.com/waitlist or click the link in the show notes below this episode to add your name to the waitlist for Modern Homemaker Method. So there you have it, 5 ways to bring in a little extra money this fall without flipping your whole life upside down. None of these tips that I shared with you are fancy. I'm sure you've heard them before. You've probably even tried some of them before. But they could be exactly what you need. They are doable, they're simple, and small, steady steps towards a goal can help you take the next step, help you fund that dream, that goal that you have in mind. Whether you're going through a closet sale and getting rid of clothes that no longer serve you, whether you're flipping a Facebook Marketplace find to make some extra money, or you're offering a small service, just choose one of them and make the most of it. Be intentional and put in the work. Pick one thing, get it rolling, and see what opens up for you. See how much money you can make. See how that goal that you had, that fund that you've been dreaming of, you didn't think was possible to be able to afford, see how all of a sudden that's possible for you. Maybe that goal that you were saving for is a date night one-on-one with your husband, a family camping trip before winter comes, or a vacation you've been putting off and haven't been able to afford for months. Or maybe it's about reinvesting in yourself and making a lasting change, joining my course, Modern Homemaker Method. Whatever that is for you, no pressure. I want you to do what feels best for you, but know that I'm always here to help support you further. Now, if this episode stirred something in you, if you felt seen, inspired, or even just a little more understood, I want to encourage you to follow the show and send this episode to a friend who's walking through something similar. Because sometimes all it takes is hearing that you're not the only one for things to start shifting. So I'll see you next week, same time, same place. Did something in today's episode encourage you? If it did, would you take a minute to hit subscribe and leave a quick review? It's such a simple way to support this show and help other homemakers find this encouragement as well. And if you're looking for even more support in your homemaking journey, come join our free Facebook group. Just head over to bit.ly/homeroutines. Thanks for tuning in today. I'll see you in the next episode.